Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another fine morning here. Hope you're having a good morning so far. Hope you have your cup of coffee and ready to get the day started. I know it's usually always quiet, the first cup of coffee, but welcome to the news. I am Mike, and Jay Glenda is usually here, but she's out on assignment. Or at least that's the excuse that she gave her boss when she called in this morning. Not sure what assignment means. She may be out lounging by the pool. But let's see. The joke of the day for the dads out there. What do you call a pony with a sore throat? A little horse. Birthdays today. Hugh Hefner was born in 1926. That lucky son of a gun. Dennis Quaid was born in 1954. In 1945, for whatever reason this had to come to be, NFL players were required to wear socks. I can just see all their mothers out there and tell them, chomping at the bit, that's saying, put your socks on. See, now you have to wear them. In 1953, its first TV guide was published, and that's for the younger generation. That is, we actually had a book mailed to us weekly. It would give us all the TV information for the whole week. Now you just use your phone or just hit the app on the phone or on the TV, and you can look at anything that you want. In 1965, the first baseball game was played at the Houston Astrodome. And I remember watching on TV Willie Stargell, the Pittsburgh Pirates, hitting a home run. He hit it like his swing was so massive and strong that he's had a couple stadiums where he's hit the ball completely out of the stadium. But he hit it dead center in the Astrodome. And even the outfielder was amazed at how far that ball went. The wonderful world of Disney, or at least that's the way we always like to think of it. Unfortunately, today, 1,000 employees are losing their jobs as Disney plans to consolidate. It's heartbreaking to hear of all these jobs here at Disney and all in the business and that the high-tech jobs and everywhere, that they're just tens of thousands of jobs are losing. But anyways, Disney's laying off 1,000. Buffalo man gives up his fight from authorities to keep his 12-foot alligator. It was seized by authorities as, like, you can't keep an alligator. And I just couldn't imagine going in his house. And you had to worry about the dog. Now you have to worry about the 12-foot alligator. But anyways, he gave up his fight, and authorities have taken care of putting the alligator in the zoo, I guess. The American woodcocks came to New York City. These are birds. And they came to strut their stuff. All right, in other news, a South African politician goes snorkeling in a pothole. This is to highlight the city's mismanagement. Can you imagine how big that pothole has to be? But unfortunately, we probably have a few around where I live that in Pittsburgh that they could probably go snorkeling in. And nothing irritates you more is hitting a pothole. And one, because you think you just damaged your car, got a flat tire, and it's like, come on, guys, got to fill these things. But Sugar the surfing dog, I'm sure everybody knows Sugar the surfing dog, has been inducted into the Surfers Hall of Fame. Can you imagine the individual that is, you know what, I'm close to getting into the Hall of Fame. Okay, they're calling, they're going to be calling, and they call the dog's name, and the dog gets in, and you don't. So anyways, Sugar the surfing dog is in the Hall of Fame. They didn't say give sugar's reaction to the news. In Australia, imagine looking at the plush dolls and saying, I'd like to get something for the kids or something like that, and you're looking, and then so you reach into what you perceive as a stuffed animal, and here to find out it's a real possum. Apparently it snuck its way into the plush animals, and authorities had to remove the possum. What if the bar came to you on St. Patrick's Day? Imagine that. You go out, on St. Patrick's Day, and a lot of people like to enjoy themselves and occasionally have a drink or two or 3 or 4 or 5, 6, 7, 8. And how about if the bar came to you? Well, in one town in Massachusetts, the bar packed up their things and went to the gymnasium and set up the bar there. And then so the town folks all showed up, and they were able to have the Guinness flowing and the songs of Mary and all that playing and throughout the night. Now, how about a more serious note of gas prices? Oh gosh, it's painful. It's painful. A year ago, gas prices, regular lower grade gas was $3.34 here in Pittsburgh. It's $4.19 a gallon now, and that's the highest I've ever seen it. And I feel sorry every time I see California's gas prices. But diesel, locally, $6.10. A year ago, it was $4.05. I feel bad for these truckers. I feel bad for everybody, but we get everything that we have from trucks, and they're all diesel. It's just how they do it. If you're an independent trucker, paying $2 a gallon more, your gas tanks are about 100 gallons, $600 to fill them up. That's, what is that, one on each side? So, anyways, if you have one of those Guinnesses from that gymnasium, raise your Guinness to the truckers and everybody else, and that we're all feeling the pain, but really the truckers more so. But what could you do to save on gas? When local highways, if you're driving, back in remember the gas prices, the gas, what was it called back in the 70s, rationalization, or that you went by your license plate or something like that, and like the odd numbers one day and the even numbers on your license plate would show up the next day. The speed limit went down to 55 miles an hour. That's on a highway, so you see that some of the speed limits are 75 now. But what they say, if you drive 5 to 10 miles an hour slower, okay, so usually you're doing 60